Shamon, uh-oh. Welcome back to the High Road Brewery, where this time I've been brewing with my own Huggles hops grown from my own garden. How cool is that? Yes. Well, let's check it out. See is there for the tasting. Oh no, how cool is that? That'll do. I'm sure I've got something in the can there. There we have it, guys. So this is my Huggles beer that I've done using my own hops. So it was the Huggles I grew. So I ordered my hops off the AleSmith and Homebrew. So I got my hops off the recommendations from the Beer Reactions guys over on YouTube. I managed to get Huggles, Goldens and Yeoman. And so it was my first year ever trying to grow the hops. So it came as a came as a little plant, and I planted them in, put the mounds and stuff like that, and just let them go. During when it was really hot, I kind of gave them a bit of water, but generally I just left them. Now I wasn't expecting anything in my first year, being that normally it's about 3 years till you get a harvest. And also, I'm in Scotland, so not exactly the most ideal hop growing country ever. So yeah, I just left them to go and see how they went. And luckily enough, the Huggles and the Yeoman took off quite well. The Yeoman kind of stopped about most of the way up my shed, the side of my shed. And the Huggles just went for it in the end. It was kind of lagging behind, but then I just overtook. And then all the hop cones, little hop cones started showing. So I thought, oh, I don't have the equipment or anything to dry. I don't have any dehumidifiers or anything like that. So with the small amount of hops that I got, I think it was about 25 grams or something like that, I wanted to put it as a late addition and to do it as a kind of wet hop. So to get as much flavour out of it as I could as possible. Now I know Huggles is quite an earthy hop. I use it now and again in my kind of real ales that I've done in the past. So tie in beer engine and real ale and some Huggles. Yeah, I had to be a kind of traditional beer as such. So that's what I've done. It's... You can smell, it's kind of get that kind of wood, kind of, there's a slight caramel as well from the what I've put in it. I'll go over the recipe later for anyone that wants that. And yeah, it's got I can sort of smell the metallic, sort of, not metallic, but I can definitely, because it's not an absolute hot bomb thing, I can definitely get some of the minerals sort of sometimes you can smell. So yeah, anyway, it's cleared up quite nicely, which is nice. It's been, so far, this is probably the first clear pint I've had out of it, which is nice. It's quite cold, that's the only thing, because it's in my fridge. It's highest temperatures it allows me to without using an ink bird or anything. So yeah, let's go in. Yeah, she's good. Very easy drinking, with it being cask as well. Cask is so easy to drink. You'll know when being in the pub and stuff like that, when you get your cask, it just flows down dead easy. But this definitely has a kind of, it is dominated by the earthy, sort of slight floral, but more earthiness into it that the Huggles kind of has. And then I put a little bit of kind of Crystal Light and caramel in it as well. And I think those kind of, the maltiness is kind of really shining through the most, I would say. It's got that kind of slight kind of bready thing going on with a slight bit of sweetness from the crystal malts. So it's, yeah, it's super duper traditional ale as such, kind of blonde. I think it's kind of style more kind of blonde ale or a bitter. So yeah. Okay, we'll just go through the recipe. So I used 2.75 kilos of Golden Promise. I then used 200 grams of white wheat, and then 200 grams of Crystal Light, 80 grams of caramel, and then my water additions was 2 grams of Epsom salt, 6 grams of gypsum, and 2.8 grams of calcium chloride. Then I used 20 grams of Challenger to get my bittering of 17.8 IBUs. And then I used half a Protafloc for my clarity, and a teaspoon of yeast nutrient. These were both at 10 minutes. And then I put in 25 grams wet of Huggles at 10 minutes to go. And then I put a dose of 20 grams of EKG and 8 grams of Challenger as well at flame out. And I was boiled for 60 minutes. And then I mashed in with 8.5 litres of 67 degrees C mash temperature, and then mashed out 21 litres at 76. The pH, I think, was 5.31 on the video. I'm not sure. I think it was. And then I got a pre-boil 1033 and then a final of 1038, which gave me, I think, yeah, 80% brewhouse efficiency, which is good. Overall bitterness was 20 IBUs, recipe size was 21 litres. Okay. So the original gravity that I got was 1038, and it finished at 1.0065. So I've got a kind of final gravity hydrometer that's super accurate, and it's just for final gravity, so you can get the kind of half in between. So that gave me a 4.1% beer. Now the dryness on this compared to the neck oil is really, it's nice and crisp, it's not flabby or anything like that. So I definitely think a drier beer works on the cask from my limited experience. Well, that's nice. So I've seen a couple of people asking questions about the cask, the hand pulls, and what the kind of advantages and disadvantages of them are. Well, obviously the advantage is you're getting cask beer at home, which is really nice, and it's really creamy, smooth, and yeah, it's pretty epic for, I'd say, more traditional beers. Definitely it shines with traditional beers. And then the hoppy beer, I think the one I tried with my neck oil didn't quite go well, but then I transferred that onto draft, and then it cleared up, and that beer tasted amazing. So I don't know if it was just needing more conditioning or if it generally was better on draft, which I'm more leaning to the latter. So yeah, the other problem with cask is it's great for if you're drinking 3-4 of those in a night, then that suits it. The problem is if you're just wanting to have an occasional one every time, what you're having to do, you're having to pump out and clear what's been sitting in the chamber, because it kind of goes a bit, it's not great when you pour that first pint off. So I tend to clear that one, and then the next one you then get a lovely beer out of it. That's my preference anyway. And then after that the beer warms up as well, so by the time I finish this one and I go into the next one, that one's warmed up a little bit because it's not sitting so cold in the fridge and it's had the time. So on a Friday night, if I've got a Zoom call with my mates or whatever where we sit and get blitzed, then I can sit and hammer through these, and it's quite nice. A nice light beer, so you aren't actually getting too bad after a few, which is good. So yeah, a bit of a success with this one, it's really good, and it's really interesting now to do my own hops. Growing your own hops is definitely really interesting, and you get to see the hops growing up, which is good fun. The kids can see it as well, and you teach yourself a little bit about hops, which is quite nice. But it's not about saving money or anything like that at this stage, because the amount of money you put in and the time and all that, you don't get much in return. It's just more a bit of fun, which is good, which is what the hobby's all about, isn't it? So yeah, anyway, I've rattled on long enough. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you thought this was interesting in any way, and for that guy that always dislikes my Cask beers, who probably is a real ale aficionado and hates me using my corny cask, you hit that dislike button, mate. And yeah, and also if you love all the footage, all the videos that are coming out, then hit that subscribe button, because I'm constantly putting out new videos. And yeah, next one coming after this is the Seaview Sunset, which is another blonde ale based on the Vacant Gesture base malt, and it's gonna be good, so stick about for that. Oh, what a beer. Cheers anyway guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye.